It's not in the
found
scriptures.
it. Mm-hmm.
It's not in the scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
Not a prophet, not even Christ went to church on the first day of the week.
Sabbath is the day, as the holy day, recognized from Genesis to Revelation. Period.
And it has not changed.
And it's never changed.
Hey, so we see characteristics of the phenomena on our people, on the tribes coming back. Our people are proclaiming the word of truth. Mm-hmm. They're wearing the garments of old in remembrance and honor of the Most High. Mm-hmm. And they're holding up the stick
to draw their brothers back. Because pretty much that's where we are right now. If you want to look at where are we right now in prophecy, we're kind of looking at as far as a family and coming back as the Israelites. This is where we are, holding that stick up, trying to bring to remembrance and bring our brothers, Ephraim, the lost 10 tribes, to bring them back together so that the Most High will hold us as one in His hand.
Exactly, Prophet. Well said. All right. Hey, go over to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 63 here. Chapter 63. Now, we were a people scattered, right? Mm-hmm. We didn't have a heritage. We lost our heritage, our identity, and all of that, right?
And we haven't had it all these years, have we?
Right. We've been piggybacking off of other people or accepting the names of heritage that they have been given us, right? Mm-hmm. How's our heritage younger than us? They're African American.
Than the people in the world.
Come on.
That's true.
It don't make sense. Look.
Isaiah 63, where we start.
Here is the one of the main identifiers of us as the people of the book. Look at this. Read verse Read verse 17, Prophet.
Okay. O Most High God, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways?
Why hast thou made us to err from thy ways? We erred from our ways, right? Come on.
And erred from His ways. And hardened our heart from thy fear.
Now, we used to fear the Most High. A lot of us got our hearts hardened. We trust in our own self. We used to fear. You know what? It was something that was on us from generation to generation, but we moved away from that. Okay? Come on.
Return for thy servants' sakes. Return for thy servants' sake the tribes of thine inheritance.
The tribes of thy inheritance. We have to return to our heritage. Okay? The tribes of thy inheritance. Come on.
The people of thy holiness have possessed it but a little while. Our adversaries have trodden down thy sanctuary.
Our what?
Adversaries have trodden down thy sanctuary.
Our sanctuary is Jerusalem. Our adversaries have trodden it down over there right now. When Christ comes back, He's going to clean house for us to go back into that land. It got to be clean. They're trotting it down over there right now. And like you said, Prophet, we touched on that last night in our 7-day teachings. Whoever rules Israel or lives and occupies that land right now, they rule the world. Okay? There's a nation of people over there that's in control of the whole world. I mean, what we mean is the money system, finances, everything. They over everything. They rule from that part of the world. Right? And if you look at it geographically on the map, Israel is the center of the earth. It's the center. Okay? Prophets, read that again. Read 17 again.
O Most High God, our power, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways?
Israel.
And harden our heart from thy fear. I wanted to address the harden our heart from thy fear. Because many would claim that they do fear the Lord, but in actuality, our hearts have been hardened. They've been hardened with deception because we walk around like God. He loves everyone. Oh no, what kind? Oh, He wouldn't do anything like that. So when you have that type of disposition being presented as your God, that means you can pretty much get away with anything. Especially when you say the law is done away with. What are you afraid of?
Exactly.
You're not even afraid to sin. So in essence, your lack of fear caused by your over excessive use of grace has hardened your heart from the Most High's fear. You don't fear. And that's a deceptive position that the adversary has placed you in. You do not even fear that maybe the laws might still be intact because he said his words will not return void. That doesn't even bother you. You have no fear. So many want to say, I still fear. Not if you telling me that his laws are done away with.
Exactly, because that's not scriptural.
That's not scriptural. You don't fear. You change his words. You want sweet things to be mentioned to your ears. What do you say? You will tell me sweet things?
Yeah, tell me sweet things.
So, oh, Most High God, our power, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways? That's the error. When you do away with the law or say that the law is done away with and grace is going to slide you through those pearly gates or whatever, however you see it, that's the error from his way.
The scriptures tell it on the fake people. Read the next verse. Read the next verse.
The people of thy holiness have possessed it, but a little while.
But a little while. 70 A.D. All right,
we only had it a little while.
We only had it for a little while.
The people of thy holiness have possessed it, but a little while. Our adversaries have trodden down thy sanctuary.
Come on.
We are thine.
I am thine, O Father. We are thine. Come on.
Thou never bears rule over them.
Thou never bear rule over them. He never ruled over them. He wasn't their power. Come on.
They were not called by thy name.
They were what?
They were not called by thy name.
They were not called by thy name. Brothers and sisters, the phenomenon is being happening right now in your face. You know, we got a lot of movies called The Event, The Happening, and all this. Hey, this is the real happening. This is the real phenomenon. Okay.
You know what? It's so interesting to me because we read these scriptures, we hear them quoted over and over again, especially those individuals still in their first day worship on Sunday, where the preachers tend to coin or cliche scripture, you know, and to the point so much so that people think they know some scripture, but they really know the little bit that the little excerpt they pulled out, and when they tell them that the adversary would deceive the very elect. I want to know, why is no one ever looking to see the deception of the enemy?
Exactly. What deception? Find out what that
is. Anybody looking? No, because they're so blinded by the another deception that grace is going to slide you through alone without you doing anything. You can keep sinning. Not true.
Hey, brothers and sisters, look. I want to bring this out dealing with the Willie Lynch letter. The Willie Lynch letter came out as a book, a document on how to what? Enslave our people or make slaves of our people, right? And you know what? The Most High is true. What we talking about today is a phenomenon. This is Christ's phenomenon. Prophets, page 4, I think it's page 4 of the Willie Lynch letter. Go down to the area where it says warning possible interlooping negatives. Warning.
It's page 4?
Yeah, it's a paragraph entitled Warning Possible Interlooping Negatives. Now, this is coming from the Willie Lynch letter.
That's 3.
That's 3?
All right.
Now, look, listen to this, brothers. Let's let the prophets bring this out. This is what they wrote.
Warning. Possible interlooping negatives. And he's referring to the scenario that he's laid out. And certainly you can go online and look up Willie Lynch letter. You can get it on YouTube and see it in its entirety. But this is just an excerpt. Earlier, we talked about the non-economic good of the horse and the nigger in their wild or natural state. We talked out the principle of breaking and tying them together for orderly production. Furthermore, we talked about paying particular attention to the female savage and her offspring for orderly future planning. Then, more recently, we stated that by reversing the position of the male and female savages...
Listen to that now. Reversing the position. We're going to change what the Most High established. The man's the head, and the woman falls up under him, right? They changing it around. Come on.
All right. By reversing the positions of the male and female savages, we created an orbiting cycle that turns on its own axis forever.
See here? An orbiting cycle. See, this knowledge on how to enslave us didn't just pop out of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it did. The fallen angels gave this knowledge to those who practice evil over us.
Mm-hmm.
And they put it in a document and pass it amongst themselves on how to enslave us.
Mm-hmm.
They're comparing us to horses, brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm. But see, here's the thing. Understand, they don't mean it. That's just, you better, please, we must go a little deeper. Quit being so surface. This was done to a mindset. This is what we call deception.
Yes.
And the deception that they have imposed upon us as a people, as nations, collectively, Israelites everywhere, because this Willie Lynch was used all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
He traveled from place to place, read the history, demonstrating this to slave owners.
Right.
And so this was like a, you know how you go on a trip.
Handbook?
No, like you go on a trip to a seminar. That's exactly what this was. They had paid for him to come and teach them how to control their nigger. The whole body of, the whole family of niggers.
But look, catch this. Guess what the enemy knew? Go ahead.
We created an orbiting cycle that turns on its own axis forever, unless a phenomenon.
Unless a what?
Phenomenon.
Unless a phenomenon
occurred and re-sift and positions of the male and female savages.
Christ and the Most High established that phenomenon. They stopping it because they got our people waking up to their heritage. When we learn our heritage, our culture, we put everything back in order.
Yep. And so basically that's powerful, Elder. The phenomenon that we see, just like we've gone through today with the fringes and the boys out there lifting their voices up like a trumpet, bringing themselves together, reaching out to their brothers and sisters, pulling a stick together, that it would be one in the Most High's hand. This is the only way, according to that is the phenomenon that will occur and re-sift and positions of the male and female savages back, the way they say it here. And it continues to read, it says, our experts warned us about the possibility.
They're fallen angels. That's their experts.
Right. Our experts warned us about the possibility of this phenomenon occurring. For they say that the mind has a strong drive to correct and recorrect itself over a period of time.
Ain't that the truth? Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Come on.
If I can touch some substantial original historical base, see, there he is, got our word, some substantial original historical base, and they advised us that the best way to deal with the phenomenon. So they're saying some substantial original historical Nephilim, fallen angels, they're the only one. And they said original historic. Where are you getting that from? We're struggling right now about the documentation. That was what, in 1817 that this was written?
No, this is in
1718?
1712.
1712. All right. Even further back. So where did they get it from?
Right.
It says, and they advised us, their substantial original historical base, and they advised us that the best way to deal with the phenomenon
with the Most High's people, come on,
is to shave off the brute's mental history.
Hey, there it is right there. This is in their documents. Teach them. Let's cut them off from being a nation. That's basically Psalms 83.
That's basically what
Let's
it says.
cut them off from knowing about their heritage, who they are as a people, and everything. Wipe their memory clean. That's
and
what
here's
it is.
the thing. We all can attest. Everyone has the same testimony that they have no idea of their history. And clearly it's written right here. If you don't know about your history, then it would be safe to say that you have and your generations have suffered from, and they advised us, and I quote, and they advised us that the best way to deal with the phenomenon is to shave off the brute's mental history.
The Most High is infinite in his wisdom, and Christ is the edifier of that. You know what? These fallen angels know. They knew. They tried to kill Christ. They tried to kill the whole bloodline, but you couldn't stop it. Okay? Destroy the people by wiping out their heritage. All right? That's what. But the Most High said it's going to be a phenomenon. They knew it was going to be a phenomenon.
Yep, they were waiting for it. And this is what, and they have always, see, here's the thing. This isn't the first phenomenon.
Mm-mm.
This, you know, you said from 1712, this is not the first phenomenon.